Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching episode 5 of Generation Kill. What'd you think of the last episode?
I mean, this series continues to be, I feel like, just very real.
Real, which means it's frustrating, it's weird at times, slow paced, but then random burst of action that they need to address. So it does feel real.
Yes. You know, especially it being the most current of all three war series that we've seen.
Right.
Feels really real. We're seeing a lot of comments too on the videos about like firsthand experiences, which obviously we couldn't really get as much on the other series. So it's just been really cool to watch this series and to read all of the comments in the videos.
We've said it before, it's cool to kind of get this behind the scenes look at some of this stuff. Some of it's unpleasant, and you know, some of it's that same type of brotherhood kind of mentality that we got with other series. But regardless, it's a new perspective that we're seeing.
Yeah, very unique series.
So I'm definitely interested to kind of see where we go from here. Last episode we talked was weird in terms of it didn't really feel like a lot was accomplished. It was like a lot of missions that seemingly went nowhere. They didn't find that Marine. They're still, I believe, off on their own and deep into Iraqi territory. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Instagrams, Twitch, or Twitter, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episode.
Prior to the main force's arrival. How copy?
I wonder how literal that title is. Bacon bread.
Seems like eerily familiar.
Yeah.
We've had eyes on the village for over 1 hour now. There are 7 women and children. No sign of the men who fired those mortars. How copy?
Oh my goodness.
Making hot chocolate or something, or coffee.
I thought it was like oatmeal, I'm not sure.
MRE cookies until I sort of made this.
Don't set your face on fire again.
I was not the one who set my face on fire. I was the fucking victim, and you know it.
Those trees over there behind us. Maybe the guys who fired at us were in them.
I'm confident in the bird.
Birds.
Anything moves in those trees, birds don't sing.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I thought birds was like air support or something that they
Oh no,
like,
I knew they meant animals.
Oh my god.
Fucking Godfather called. It's a 1,000-pounder from an AVF-18. We had mortars fire at us from somewhere near that hamlet. Maybe.
No.
The bad guys shoot and scoot. By the time we hit back, they're gone.
Another town just leveled.
I'm not the one who asked the enemy to mix in with the civilian populace and use them as cover to attack us.
I mean, you said it seemed eerily similar.
My fucking cookies got schwacked.
Not the time.
Yeah. How many times are they going to say, there's no one here, and then have it just be decimated after?
Is he threatening me?
God.
He said the men came from outside. Anyway, he says they're planning to ambush us once we cross the bridge.
It's good information.
And the men on the east side, they got the big guns.
Captain America was ready to just get rid of this guy too.
Yeah.
Didn't your mom put your picture up on the Wal-Mart Wall of Heroes?
Yep. I'm on the Nevada, Missouri Wal-Mart Wall of Heroes. Even got my dress blues on. Didn't your biological parents disown you when they put you up for adoption?
In a whiskey tango trailer park, bow-legged female who catches sperm of a passing truck driver.
Jeez.
My mom took me to NASCAR.
Man, he went in on Ray right there.
Not that Ray didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
You okay?
It's all good, bro.
He seemed a little messed up from last episode anyways.
Come on. It'll be good for you.
They need some sort of happiness going on.
Godfather's pulling us back. The RCT is pushing up some LAVs to clear out the ambush.
Wow. They're not driving straight into the action?
Jump school, dive school, mountain warfare, ranger schools. That's $1 million on average.
Jeez.
Perfectly tuned Ferraris and a demolition derby.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah.
Better watch your face, Ray. Rudy's got the espresso pot brewing. Yeah. Turns out we're actually here to set up a forward Starbucks. We've already inserted our fruity barista. Thank you very much.
IVs?
Yeah.
Oof.
Jeez.
We've got 30 clicks of highway to Al Qud. CG has given us free reign to initiate contact all along this MSR.
Wow.
That is huge.
There's not a Marine on the planet who wouldn't want to be in your shoes tonight, gentlemen.
So they got taken off that ambush to be sent on this.
That's just such a large stretch.
Are we gonna have any personal issues, Skip? None on my part, sir.
It's interesting.
Gunnery Sergeant, you do not fucking come up on a discussion between the captain and myself and speak unless you were spoken to.
Oh.
Nobody fucking spoke to you.
Damn, Nate.
Anyone who says I have opinions like you said, Nate, he's not on my team.
Very good, sir.
Oh my god.
So uncomfortable.
Hey, hey, hey. I just did a really dirty thing. You know that picture of Rolling Stone's girlfriend?
I think it's safe to say we all know her intimately.
Everyone's combat jack to her.
I'd trade that bitch for some Pec 2 batteries.
Right, you pimped her out.
She is a dirty little hoochie, isn't she?
That was the worst thing that he could have done was show anyone that picture.
Oh yeah. But batteries, that's a huge score. Something's moving.
What's the challenge and pass?
Diamond, blue diamond, asshole!
It's got fur, 4 legs, a little bit of meat.
What did he just catch?
Team leader meeting.
56 minutes.
So it's my team to do a foot patrol first to get eyes on the bridge.
Negative, Brad.
Oh.
Isn't that what reconnaissance Marines are supposed to do?
LAVs are coming back with casualties. How's a Humvee supposed
Frankly, gentlemen, I'm not hearing the aggressiveness I'd like.
Jeez. Nate just switched to a different gear.
And as long as we keep getting lucky and making it through alive, they'll just keep repeating the same mistakes.
That's a good point. If
Yeah.
they're still alive, they see it as a success, even if they've just been fucking up along the way.
I would not be helping this platoon by questioning him or hesitating in any way.
Limited sleep, limited night vision.
In their Humvees.
In their Humvees, when light armor vehicles are taking casualties.
Gun on top keeps jamming.
Yeah, they're just not in a good spot.
What's our chat with the Cobra escort?
We don't have comms.
Why not?
That would be too easy.
At least they got batteries.
Why don't you stay back here with headquarters?
Wow.
Okay.
He knows it's about to be real bad.
Reporter ain't gonna leave, Brad. If he skips town on us now, he might change our luck. You don't want to make our luck adverse and all, do you, dog?
Oh, wow.
No.
I mean, makes sense. You don't want to jinx anything.
See you on the other side, sucker.
Oh, he must be terrified.
Right? He was just about to get out.
Pass me some of your ripped fuel.
Wow, he needs rip fuel? Oh, the reporter looks so terrified.
If he was told to stay back, he was not going to question that.
No. Can barely see anything ourselves.
It is so dark.
Can't tell if the dark areas are ditches or walls.
That's terrible. That's crazy. It's all the lasers.
It's one Bravo, that is a trash bag caught on some kind of scrub brush.
Jeez, no one can see well. Ooh, that's right on their path. Jeez.
Do we have any idea what those Cobras are shooting at?
We have no comms with the Cobras, over.
They never have comms with anyone else.
How can he see anything?
Yeah, it's just gotta be impossible. It's gotta be hot.
Yeah.
Turn around. I got trees on my left, maybe 5 meters off the road.
The spares vehicle is in front of us. We're fucking boxed in.
This is so bad.
This is a mess.
Our men in the trees.
Oh, yeah. This is so bad.
I feel like he should, like, get down.
Stop for droid 3.
Oh my god. They're just completely surrounded. They're tearing through him still, though. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Coming across the bridge.
Yeah.
Would you please back the fuck up?
Jeez, Ray.
Left side.
Oh.
We got a slaughterhouse up there, man!
Captain America, now's not the time.
He gives an order to shoot, we'll end up schwacking Bravo. Pop Mike the radio's dirty.
You got it.
Wow. That's brilliant.
We are unable to move in any direction, over.
Man down!
Oh no.
Ah, it's just my foot! I got you, bro.
Holy shit. Oh. For being completely surrounded and stuck, really putting it on them. Oh.
Turn it around now! We engage! Turn now!
Every time they get out, it makes me
Right?
so nervous.
Hard right and go! Roger that!
Thank God for Nate getting everyone to finally realize how to get the fuck out. Thank God they got it. That was a nightmare.
That was crazy.
How easy it was to just get stuck and trapped by themselves, essentially. Nate literally had to run out and tell every single person what to do to get out.
And Ray tried, too. He got out and was yelling, too.
Did you know people shiver when they have an excess of adrenaline? Get a Woody.
God, Trombley.
Good luck, Pappy. I got you covered.
That's pretty impressive that they got out of that with just one person getting shot in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
He tourniqueted himself, sir. Got back up on his weapon and returned fire.
Oh, so there was two.
Yeah, I guess.
Scrooby, sir.
It's pretty impressive that he got back into it.
When they finish fucking shit up, there might not even be a bridge.
That was the worst situation they've been in so far, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Through that town was a little questionable.
Yeah, but at least they were on the move.
And it was in the daylight.
Yeah.
Why aren't they sending the tanks over the bridge first?
Because they don't know how strong the bridge is. You don't want to risk a $5 million tank when you can send a piece of crap Humvee.
Let's go.
You're going back through it now?
Yeah.
This is Hitman 3.
Jeez, this bridge is gonna be gone.
Contact left,
Oh. No. Fuck. That could not be worse.
Put it in 4-low.
So now there's just one Humvee up there by itself.
H41 established a chase.
They're just stopped in the same place again.
Did one of their Humvees make it?
Yeah, it's by itself.
We're in the town. We observed no enemy activity this time.
They're all alone.
Great.
Fuck. You kidding me?
His neck don't look broken. We lost a platoon. Ain't we the only ones that are trapped?
Yeah, kind of.
Back the fuck up.
Back up?
Yeah, just go back all the way that you came. Just get back to the bridge. Everyone's just gonna have to back up again, I feel like.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna lose two Humvees, I think.
Unless they can, like, hook it up to a tank and rip it out or something.
I don't know if the weight of the bridge can hold the...
Yeah.
I got my best Marines cut off in that town. Dying in there.
You gotta get this Humvee out of the way.
And you're the offense, Craig. Put some fucking muscle into it.
Can you get a bunch of guys to just push the Humvee out of the ditch?
Men! Over here!
Like, literally just muscle it out of the way?
2-minute warning, guys! 2-minute warning!
2-minute warning.
It's like really in there though.
Just need to get it some traction.
Yeah! This is the end zone! Woo! Woo!
So just put everything into football terms for him?
That's what you get when you try to ambush Marines, motherfucker! You get dead! Ah!
At least he's not keeping the AKs anymore.
Yeah.
It don't look like Iraqi regulars. Looks like he could have been a college student.
Wow. I mean, it's literally just a bunch of people in street clothes.
We got a wounded enemy.
He could be booby-trapped, sir.
I'll search him, sir.
Oof.
His legs.
Yeah.
He's a Syrian pounce.
Syrian.
He put jihad as passport control. That's some wicked shit.
Wow.
They're coming here to fight us. This is why we're here.
Coming from outside of Iraq to fight. And like they said, practically like college kids.
Yeah, young.
Come on, man, fuck it up.
I don't know.
What is it?
Based off the title, I think it's dog. I don't think the reporter has any idea what he's eating.
Nope.
I'm dead here. Now I'm alive. I'm dead, alive, dead.
Just trying to cheer you up, brother.
Charlie slept a couple hours last night. You didn't.
Yeah, he's not sleeping.
The Iceman can see you before you even know you're there.
Those guys were untrained amateurs.
How come we didn't see him?
Not as good as me.
I shot some motherfucker right in the grape. I don't feel nothing. This is how true warriors feel?
Gotta feel different when you see them with weapons shooting back at you versus just civilians.
The news on Pappy is good. He's on his way to a Navy hospital in Spain.
Dang.
He'll pet a burning dog. I had no idea what he meant by that until 12 hours ago.
But isn't the bridge damaged, sir?
There's an alternate route.
So they didn't even really need that bridge?
It's all on that guy's passport. 2 weeks ago, he was still a student in Syria. He wasn't a jihadi until we came to Iraq.
Yeah, their presence is creating more enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in the beginning of the series, there was a lot of talk about don't shoot civilians, like we're not here to destroy their way of life, we're trying to be the heroes here, and how many examples have we seen since that?
Yeah.
Why didn't we go this way last night?
Yeah, exactly.
Bypassing the ambush is just what the ambushers expected us to do.
All male, early 20s, definitely not from around here.
Yeah, right?
This is 2 actual. I'll request
Yeah, there's literally
9. Over.
weapons right there. Holy shit.
Literally slapping them in the face with all of that. But nope.
Take a little bit of shrapnel in the leg, and we level half of the town.
Yeah. Just dead bodies everywhere. Oh, that's a lot of RPGs. Setting up for all that to blow?
Now we get to blow up a school. This is every 4th grade boy's fantasy.
Oh my god.
Saddam was even trying to steal our holiday. That's fucking twisted.
The fact that all of that's inside a kid's school.
What are you doing with that smoke grenade?
New procedure for stopping cars.
We got reports of suicide bombing.
This just gives civilians a chance.
All right.
Thank god.
Yeah.
Better shoot that smoke.
Did he leave?
I don't know.
We got a controlled det in 5, 4.
Oh, school's about to blow. Ooh.
Why'd we leave all that ordnance out in the field if we're gonna blow up the only school in this town?
Uh-oh. This guy seems like he's going a lot faster.
Yeah, more smoke.
Oh.
That was a wounding shot, motherfucker!
God damn it.
You okay?
Car kept coming.
It did move further past the smoke, but he was supposed to wait for Iceman's order.
Come on.
He's the one who needed some sleep.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're just doing our jobs.
It's like his initial reaction was to yell, and now it's like, okay, I gotta make sure he doesn't really snap.
Yeah. He needs sleep. Like...
Oscar Mike!
Oh, what an ending. Alright, that was episode 5 of Generation Kill. What'd you think?
Again, just a lot happened.
Yeah, this was definitely a more action-packed episode.
Yes. I think probably some of the most that we've seen in a single episode.
Yeah. This episode started off with, like you said, a very eerily similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
Safely observing a town, kids playing, no men, just women cooking, and, you know, they start having a conversation, and you see it in the distance. Just, it seems like one giant ass bomb blows up the whole town, kills a ton of civilians.
Yeah, they just leveled the town again.
And that was after Brad had called in saying, we've been observing the town for an hour, saw no enemy signs, and it was literally just women and children.
Yeah.
So we've seen just countless times in this series examples of some Marines trying to do the right thing or, you know, give correct information, and whatever the reason, whether they just simply don't have communication with the other individuals, or it's just not part of their unit, or whatever it is, there always seems to be something that goes wrong and a ton of civilians who die. I mean, compared to Band of Brothers in the Pacific, I think we've seen more civilian deaths in this than those two series combined.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's how this episode started.
Yeah, and I think it really is starting to take a toll on a lot of the men.
Yeah.
I feel like they think that they're there and they're already questioning the decisions of their kind of authority figures. But time after time, they're just seeing so many civilians being killed that it's really starting to affect them.
Yeah, that, and also just questionable calls. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
So, that was a rough opening to the episode, but it's also similar to what we've seen in past episodes. And then you finally get a decision that it's seemingly the smart tactic is that they find out the information about the ambush, and they're not the ones who are sent. It's light armor vehicles who are sent because it's a known ambush situation, so they're ideally more prepared to handle it.
And they're still coming back with casualties.
So you can only imagine how much damage might have, the Marines that were following, the recon Marines, sustained if they had gone.
Right.
But it seems like they were only pulled off of that mission to prepare for a different mission, which, again, they don't seem prepared for because they're going at night and they have, like, the most ineffective night vision.
Right. Yeah, no, it's really hard to watch. I mean, that was extremely stressful, that sequence of events, watching them driving to the bridge. We have Ray, who clearly cannot see.
No.
Like, he's asking about guardrails, and he thinks there's ditches and things just in the shadows when there's nothing there.
And then they didn't have communication with the helicopters above, and their explosions were messing with his ability to see. So it was just bad.
Yeah. And then once they get there, they can't even communicate within their own convoy, just trying to back up because they're stuck.
Yeah, just trying to get out of there.
Yeah. Finally, Nate has to get out and physically tell everybody to turn around.
Yeah, not just like, hey, turn around. He had to say, like, turn here, go up there, and then, like, he was giving them more specific directions just to get them out of there.
Yeah, and it was still under heavy fire as he's doing this.
Yeah.
It makes me so nervous when they get out of their Humvees in the middle of, like,
a firefight. Yeah. Thankfully, Nate was able to kind of coordinate everyone to get out of there. They kind of waited, and then the tanks and light armor vehicles and stuff, they shelled the shit out of the area again, and then they went back.
Yeah.
Just to get stuck on the bridge. And it wasn't the lead car, it was the second car, which abandoned the lead Humvee in the town by themselves.
And then they don't even really realize that they're alone until the one guy gets, like, what is it called?
Clotheslined.
Yeah, clotheslined by the power line.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we gotta stop, we gotta check on him. Whoa, like, where is everybody?
Yeah, we're trapped, get back to the bridge.
Right.
Thankfully, I don't know who that individual was, but they came up to Encino Man, got him off the radio, and just, like, put it in football terms. Which that's so funny that he has to, like, change the conversation so that it's something he can understand in terms of, like, oh yeah, use muscle to get car out of hole. And I mean, they succeeded.
Yeah.
They got the Humvee out of the ditch.
Yeah.
And it seems like they were able to all kind of back up and get out of there until daylight came.
Yeah, and then we have the journalist, once they have to go around the other way to still into the town, and he's like, why didn't we go this way last night?
And the way that Ray put it was just so funny. It's just like, well, that's not where the ambush was.
Yeah.
Like, it was just another clusterfuck that somehow, not really somehow, I guess it is kind of explained how they were able to. Those just seemed like college kids who came from outside of Iraq, who literally put jihad on their passport, picked up a gun probably for the first time in their life or something like that to shoot at the Marines. So even though they were in a terrible situation, they came out with barely anything.
Mm-hmm. 2 casualties.
Yeah, the guy who got shot in the foot, Pappy, I think that's what Rudy was calling him. And then the other guy who had some shrapnel in the thigh but kept going.
Yeah.
So they decimated those people there and that town.
And I think that was like an eye-opening slap in the face moment to see that man's passport and realize, like, these people got here after we arrived.
Yeah.
Justified us.
Right. Yeah, we're not coming here to fight some enemy. We're here and an enemy's coming to us. Like, their presence is creating these individuals to come fight against them.
Right.
And that's, I believe it was Nate who said, like, that's exactly the opposite of what we wanted. That was not their intention of coming into Iraq.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an eye-opening for them, for sure, to kind of see that passport and be like, who the hell are we even fighting here? It's not some Iraqi army. We're fighting Syrians who are just coming here, and college-age Syrians.
Yeah.
And when they drove through, probably some of the same people who were shooting at them the night before, with tons of ammo and weapons, and
they did nothing.
They did nothing just to kind of get back through the town.
Yeah, because they were 8 hours behind or whatever it was that they had mentioned earlier.
So it's a wild show because you see all of these conflicting things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that town in the beginning getting destroyed, but then when they are under fire, they are able to very effectively kill the enemy. But then they find out who the enemy is, and it's not who they expected.
Right.
I need to figure out his name. I just keep mentioning him as the actor from This Is Us.
Yeah.
But the Marine he portrays, you know, last episode, it kind of ended on him being definitely affected by the fact that he's kind of killing civilians.
Yes.
He was very affected at the beginning of this episode when the town got blown up.
Yeah.
But then he has that conversation of like, I blew a guy's head off and I'm not affected at all. And it's just I think my assumption is that, you know, they were in active combat getting shot upon, as opposed to the other situations that was not necessarily the case.
Right.
So I think that kind of goes along with like the awkward feeling, how things just kind of feel like they're in a funk. It's hard to make these judgments. And then that is again portrayed at the end of the episode.
Yeah, there's so much tension. There's so much frustration as a viewer. It's just, every episode is difficult, but this was definitely like the craziest in terms of just straight war.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This show does not shy away from showing us the boredom of war, mm-hmm. and then the just absolute gray area of war. Mm-hmm. Definitely Band of Brothers in the Pacific, there's a lot more heroic moments. Mm-hmm. This show is just, sometimes, you know, I mean, you feel like it's a heroic moment. They kind of make this stand on the bridge, and then it shows you the aftermath, and it's just a bunch of college kids.
Yeah, and then, you know, at the end, they're holding that road. They have it blocked, and again, another civilian is killed.
Yeah, and it's from an individual who, you know, needed some rest.
Yes.
And, you know, Brad was kind of fighting hard with Nate to kind of give civilians a chance.
Yeah.
And the first time it worked, the car, you know, turned around and stuff. And the second car, it did seem like it was starting to move a little bit forward, but for all you know, maybe they were moving a little bit forward to turn around. And no, he pulled the trigger before Brad gave the word to shoot. And he went straight for the kill as opposed to
a warning
shot or shooting at the car or something. But like you said, everyone's just so on edge. They're so frustrated. There's so much uncertainty. They do have reports that there's a potential suicide bomber coming towards them.
I think that completely changed the game.
Yeah.
Was knowing that, what are you going to do, like, at that point? It's not like you're going to have someone shooting at you from afar. Like, these people are going to barrel towards you.
Yeah.
So it's scary.
It's scary, and it just goes back to this whole, like, how do you make these judgment calls?
Yeah.
Even some positive things, again, it's like you find all of this ordnance, all of these weapons, and this, they're setting up all these charges, and it's like, oh, cool, like, they actually found something, they're going to destroy it, this is a positive for their efforts on the war side, and it pulls back, and they're in a classroom, they're in a kid's room, and they blow up the only school in the entire town.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my god, like, there's no perfect positive in war. And I feel like this series, just every episode just keeps hitting you in the face with that over and over and over.
Yeah, I agree.
So it was a very effective episode, definitely a very action-packed episode. But still, throughout the series, you still get these downtimes where the Marines are just spending time with each other. Talking about Ray's talking about building a Starbucks. That's the reason they're in Iraq. You have still good banter between Ray and Brad, like dissing each other's moms or families.
Brad went in for the kill.
Yeah, that was a long diss towards Ray.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's great that you have all of these different perspectives, because you have, like, Brad is seeming like the serious soldier, the most like competent. You have Ray, who's kind of like a comedian. You have Trombley, who's a straight up like psycho. And then you have the reporter in the car, who's like your civilian perspective.
Yeah.
And I think he probably had the worst like couple of hours of his life, or a couple of days in the series so far.
Yeah. When Brad was telling him to get out of the car, without question, he was going to get out.
Yeah.
Regardless if he missed some story or whatever. But when he was told that he needed to stay in the car, and it was brought in as like, if something happens to us, it's going to be your fault. You're going to change our luck here.
Yeah.
And he just sat down and he went through it, and he was terrified.
He was definitely terrified, because, I mean, how could you not be? Brad literally, this is the only time Brad has told you to be like, hey, maybe don't come with us this time.
Yeah. I would have been terrified.
Oh yeah, he seemed terrified, and what can he do? He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
He can't really fight back.
No, I mean, he doesn't have a gun.
He's handed Brad ammo a few times, I feel like, but for the most part, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And the window is open, like he can't do anything. So he had a rough time for sure. But he's there to get this perspective and tell a story.
Which is why we have the series.
Yeah. So definitely a great episode. A lot of harsh things that we're exposed to. Some of their most challenging moments, for sure. Getting stuck on that bridge multiple times. And just still having to deal with the reality of the situation they're in.
Right.
We only have 2 episodes left. So, I don't know how much further they get into Iraq, but they're on the move again. So it's going to be interesting to see, what other scenarios are they going to get involved into. Because this is also a very interesting series that up until now, we haven't had a serious casualty. We haven't had someone be killed in action, I believe.
I don't believe so.
Which is insane to think about how deep they are, how often they are without backup, support, communications. And for the most part, they've been very healthy. So, we only have 2 episodes left. I hope they're able to remain healthy, considering this is based on true events.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the series goes for the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links will be in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.